Hello, Arden here. Hope you're all well. Back with the first video I have done since the patch, the anniversary patch. Basically wanted to have talk about some of the things, kind of my experience of the anniversary patch, which I have to say is on the whole pretty positive. I think NetEase has actually done a very good job in terms of the amount of new stuff, new content that they've put into the game, and I've certainly kind of been enjoying that so far. What I did was on my main account, I actually went out and topped up. I was a day one account and I topped up my account and got all the kind of freebies in terms of skill points for this main account, because it wasn't that much to kind of bring it up to the kind of growth thing, which kind of not the growth thing, the hang on, let me show you events. I'm forgetting the right term, the Amiga special deal. So I actually did go out and I did kind of purchase that for my main account. So I was able to top up with all those kind of skill points. As a result of that, I have now kind of almost got to where I want to be in terms of the battleships. You can see here I'm actually training Expert Missile Torpedo Operation Level 5, which is, I think that started off in about 50 days, but thanks to all the various extra skill points and also the skill points from the Concours Pass and the skill points from the anniversary thing, that is now down to 37 days. I've already brought it Battleship 554 Engineering, Battleship Command 554, Battleship Engineering 554, and Battleship Defense 554, and now the weapon technology here, I'm going to put this one to 555. The upgrade actually takes a hell of a lot longer, so I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do then is start upgrading my drones, just to give me a little bit of extra capability with those. So all those extra skill points, I've put them to good use. I did actually up some of my E-War skills as well, my propulsion. So I kind of put all those skill points to good use. Now my other two accounts, you can see here, one of them has got a very interesting ship, which is the Praxis battleship. What I did on my other two accounts was I basically spent pretty much every single bit of ISK and Plex I had on those two accounts to do the same thing. My second account had also started quite early, and literally within a day I had managed to bring it to that kind of T10 level and complete everything with that. But again, the Praxis battleship, for that one, he's already flying a Raven. The Raven's already has a Nanocore, so I didn't bother. I haven't switched over to the Praxis ship on that. The reason I'm flying the Praxis on my third account is, again, basically, as you know, that account is skilled for command ships, and now is very skilled for that, again with all the kind of bonus skill points. The only problem is I couldn't find the Ferox Command 2 on the market for a reasonable amount of money, and the problem is, like I mentioned, is on my second and third account, basically I sold off assets. I did everything I could to gather Plex, as much Plex as I could. And then I kind of was buying 1 month of game time, getting the freebies, buying extra Plex if I needed to, then getting another month until I'd actually topped it up to that kind of, I think it's 720 days of subscription on both accounts. So on both those accounts, I'm pretty much penniless right now. So I did jump into the PvP arena. I did a couple of fights there, and I found that was quite fun. Again, I'm not really a PvP pilot, so it was kind of a new experience for me. I think I finished middle of the table both times, so I thought that was a lot of fun, and it's definitely something I'm going to be delving into in the future. But right now, my main priority is rebuilding some ISK on my second and third account, primarily because my second account I had been saving to buy a Raven Striker, which are going for about 2.6 billion on the market, and that account now has spent all its money, so that Raven Striker is a long way away. And the same now for my third account. What ideally I'm looking at a Ferox Command 2, and those are also going for over $1 billion. And I haven't got the ISK now because I spent it all on Plex and spent it all to kind of up my skills. So what I did with the third account was I did jump into that Praxis battleship. I got the Nanocore for that, and I've upgraded that. In terms of DPS, that's contributing about 1,100, but the skills on that third account, because it was actually something like 50 days away from T10, even with all the free skills, that just about got me to T10, and therefore the battleship skills and everything else on that account are pretty low. So and the weapon skills, I think I haven't got any expert skills on there at all. I haven't got any level 5s even on the normal or the advanced. They're all kind of 4s. So the skills aren't that bad, but the contribution in terms of damage is about 1,100 DPS, and it's quite tanky as well. So I thought I'll practice with that for a while. I put my my Ferox Command away for now, even though I did actually boost the railgun skills on that as well, and now that is actually doing about 800, 850. But again, for grinding these missions, which is what I'm doing right now, I don't really need much tank. So I thought I can put the Ferox away, and I can use this battleship because it's fairly safe. I have got it a bit more tanked up than these other two. Just in terms of the ship, again, in my settings here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just quickly do a tick's worth of these kind of high sec missions for you guys to see. Again, this is the fitting. It's all kind of rapid missile launchers. I've included here the new modified Vespers because I noticed that they actually have a little bit more DPS than the regular medium drones. So I've included those on the fit here. And then if I jump onto the Nanocore, you'll see that I have now upgraded that a bit further. The Nanocore, I got stuck for a while. I had a lot of really bad luck with this one. So you've got 18% missile damage, 8% missile damage, you've got an extra 7% cap. I think the cap on this is now something like 10 minutes or something like that. Another 9.5% on thermal damage and some shield. And I'm not sure if I'll start the training for this one yet because it's really expensive, and you need these things which they cost 500 Concord Pass points from the store, and I have none of those right now, these triangular structures. So I think I'm going to leave that one for a while, at least until I use all those these kind of these combat data streams and combat learning to kind of up the nanocores on my other two ships, because you can actually trade those around. So if you come back out here, you can see the DPS on the Typhoon now is 2,073, and the defense is 123,000, and the cap actually, let's have a look again. Sorry, I didn't forget what the cap was. Capacitor now is 11 minutes, which is definitely pretty decent. I can run my large shield booster pretty much constantly with that. And again, if I do actually get back into the Ferox, if I do get the Ferox 2 command on my other account, that makes that even more efficient because it reduces the cap usage. So I'm looking forward to getting that on my third account at some point for those kind of harder missions. In terms of the missions, I am not doing low sec at the moment. Again, that's primarily because the anniversary has brought a lot of people back into the game. So even the systems where I was running the low sec, and as you know, I did get ganked at one point, but even those systems that were pretty quiet actually have got a lot busier lately, because obviously a lot of people have come back into the game because of the anniversary and are kind of spending their points. So in terms of the other two ships, as I said, the Praxis is about 1,100 DPS, and the Raven currently is, I'll just double check, the Raven currently is around 2,230. So that's very nice DPS on that one, and there's still a little bit of scope for upgrading that Nanocore. So I'm actually looking forward to, when I've actually got the ISK, to actually upgrading that to a Raven Striker. But as I said, that will be a little bit away because I've pretty much spent all my ISK on those 2 accounts just to take advantage of the anniversary, leveling up the anniversary stuff and getting all those kind of bonus skill points. So the nice thing is I'm actually subscribed now for another another year and a half. I don't have to worry about paying any monthly fee or paying for kind of Plex or anything else. I can just kind of earn money now. So anyway, as I said, I'm just concentrating on the high sec missions at the moment. Also because I'm doing it for 2 reasons. One is the Concord Pass. I basically started running these yesterday, and you can see on this account I am up to level 54 now. Bear in mind I did pay originally for the first 15 levels of this one, so if you're 15 levels behind you might be wondering why. So I've got another 50 something thousand skill points there, so hopefully I'll finish that soon. And then also for the anniversary points. And sorry, let me just jump back onto the Concord Pass. I'll just show you what selection of missions I'm running on these. You can see there I'm 1095 out of 1150, so after this session that should be enough. I used the complete 4 encounters, destroy 25 NPC ships, and then I have changed it to, I've got 4 bounty missions, the smallest of which is 5 million ISK from bounties, because I'm finding my bounty ticks are around 5 to 6 million. And what I noticed was with the 2 million, there is a 2 million ISK from bounties. It only counts it at the tick. It doesn't calculate, oh, you've got 5 million bounties, so therefore it's 2 of the, sets of the points. They only give you the first one, so you're actually kind of technically wasting a lot of that. So I thought if I make 5 million the least, then whatever I waste is only a smaller kind of amount. So you can see there I've just kind of been doing the grinding those over the last 2 days and picking up all those extra skill points. So I just want to finish that off, and then the anniversary stuff is going to be coming. Let me see again, events, jump in here, events, anniversary celebration, and then you've got the anniversary pass. And again, you can see I'm capped at the moment on this one. And again, I was going with bounties there, primarily NPC ships, and then the online time, which was just helping it tick overnight. I was just leaving that one on, and leaving my iPad, not my iPad, my Samsung tablet plugged in. So anyway, what I'm going to do now, and I know I've talked a long time already, is I'm going to jump into missions. Again, let me just jump into my encounters screen here so you can see. Again, if for those of you who've not watched my videos before, there is a little trick to this. There are other systems where you can do this, but for me, I found this low-sec system called Mirror Item, MIROITEM, and if you refresh your missions in that system, they will always give you between 3 and 5 missions in this system of heck, which is just 2 jumps away from Mirror Item. So, and it's high sec, so obviously you can't get ganked. And obviously, if you're on the expert level and you're T10, those missions are worth about 2.5 million each in terms of ISK. There's a couple that are 3. So that's about 12 million just from doing the bounties. Doing the mission rewards, and then I'm averaging, again, if I don't get interrupted and I'm concentrating, I'm averaging about 6 million a tick in terms of in terms of bounties. And bear in mind that is split across 3 accounts. So actually, I'm doing about 18 million approximately in bounties per tick across the 3 accounts, and then obviously picking up loot and everything else as well. So it works out to kind of a very nice, safe income for the moment. And again, I will go back to low sec missions, because those ones with 30 million bounties or those 7 million bounties, you can pick those up and they're kind of more worthwhile. But again, it's just too busy there and too risky. So that's why I'm not doing those at the moment. So anyway, that's kind of my theory. You can see here I've got 5 missions stacked up here, and now because my other 2 accounts are also T10 as well, I can actually stack up the missions on those accounts too. So I can actually have up to 15 missions in heck that I can play through in one session, which takes about, I would say it's about an hour and a half to complete all the 15 missions. So if you think about 15 missions times 2.5 million in terms of bounty, that's about 45 million approximately. Hang on, is that my math right there? Yeah, it's about 45 million in terms of the rewards. And then in terms of bounties, you normally will have 4 ticks in that time of, as I said, about 18 million each. So let's make it 20 million just to make it easy. So it's about 80 million, and then you've got the rewards as well. So it's about, altogether it's about 125 million in an hour and a half, which is a reasonable income. Again, I know some people might be whining about that. Oh my God, it's terrible. These kind of high sec, no risk, and everything else. But again, I only play the game in hour bursts from time to time in between looking after the kids and everything. So yes, if I was grinding these things non-stop, 8-10 hours a day, I would be absolutely loaded with ISK. But for me, as a PvE encounter runner, I don't actually play it that much. And I know most of the other people who are doing encounters also doing it for the same reasons that I am, is that they don't have that much free time and they want to jump in when they're online and do something that they can generate some ISK from quickly. Whereas if you're, and they can put down quickly. So again, that's kind of my main logic behind that. So anyway, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go through and do one tick just so you can see how this is working with my new fleet. Well, it's kind of apart from the praxis, it's still the same stuff, but all been slightly tweaked and all been slightly improved. So I'm going to go and warp into the first mission. So fleet command, warp fleet. Let me just turn on my hardeners. So the Praxis, again, I definitely like the look of it. It's definitely quite a cool looking ship, but it's large. I mean, it makes the Typhoon and the Raven look tiny. So there is that. It's quite fast, actually, in terms of warping and aligning. It always gets into the spawns first. And again, it doesn't have as good a tank as the Typhoon and the Raven either, like a natural tank. So, and that's partly because of the skills on my pilot there are not so good. So what I tend to do is I tend to tank that one a little bit more. That one's got 2 adaptives on there. And let's just start hitting with the other accounts as well. So Typhoon first. So let's approach that and let's see. So there's the Raven letting off volley after volley. And yeah, as you can see, my Typhoon is, even despite all the skills and everything else, is about 200 DPS down on the Raven. And again, I kind of regret now that I went for the Typhoon, but I've got it. I've got a very nice Nanocore for it now. And it has got a super tank and it is very good at killing off small stuff. So I don't think I'm going to change that. As I said, I'm more likely to get a Raven Striker on my second account once I can get the cash to do that. Let's go and approach the battleship wreck. So yeah, so in terms of this, they target one target at a time. First wave is always very easy. Pick up the loot. Okay, and then that's the end of that one, and there's a little bit of shield damage on there. Okay, and Tempest here, focus fire. Tempest on that one, focus fire, approach. And Tempest on there, focus fire, approach. Actually thinking about this, I'm not sure whether I will, it might be a bit boring for you, maybe I'll just wait till the first tick. Because the issue is there's not too much danger from these high sec missions, even though they're all expert level, but the battleships here are quite tanky, especially before they get into, once their shield's gone, they're a bit easier, but initially they're quite tanky. And let's see who they're shooting at here. They're shooting at the Praxis. And there's my Raven and the Praxis. Oh yeah, the thing I was going to say about the Praxis is it is slow. I mean, it warps fast and aligns fast, but in terms of the actual speed, and again, maybe this is because my battleship engineering, some battleship command skills are so poor, the actual speed is about 90 kilometers a second, which is very slow, so it's always kind of lagging behind. Let me just check who they're shooting. They're shooting the Praxis. I can turn off my shield booster here. And let's approach this battleship wreck. Keep all my ships sort of aligned and going the same direction. Okay, and here's the third and final wave of this one. Yeah, this is the 3 million one. There's 2 battleships on this. Focus fire approach. Focus all on the Tempest here. Yeah, and it looks like they're going for my Praxis again. And it's got its shield booster running. And there's a Tempest Striker. It's actually got a lot of tank. There's a little bit of damage on my Raven, just a little bit. Turn on the shield booster for a second. And then I can actually apply some extra damage there. Okay, and I can also turn on my webs now and try and pick off some of that small stuff quickly. Again, with the with these missiles and the target painters and the webs, the small stuff just kind of almost insta-pops. Yeah, they have switched targets here for some reason. What I'm going to do is collect some of the loot as we go. Loot all. Loot all. Loot all. And let's see if there's anything in range of my other ones. So they stopped shooting. They're shooting the Typhoon now, which again is fine. You can see it's only got one shield adaptive shield hardener, and you can see the Typhoon is out ahead because it's just a little bit quicker than the other two. You see missile volley after volley smash. Looks pretty good. Yeah. So as I said, once I get a bit of cash now, I will be upgrading to Raven Strikers on the 2 other accounts. So this one was the 3 million reward. So you can see it doesn't show. Okay, let's pick up the loot and then we'll warp straight into the next one. And what you can see here, if I go into missions, the next one is Refugee Left Behind, Fleet Command Warp Fleet. Turn off the shield booster there, don't waste cap. What you'll see here is the Praxis is going to warp off first. So even though it looks like a big ass ship, it definitely warps faster. The Typhoon wasn't too slow behind it there. As I said, the Praxis normally lands first and normally takes that first wave. So I did put a little bit more tank on that one to be safe, just in case you get 3 waves in a row all hitting the same target. So Typhoon's primary here, approach. Stick on the damage mods. Here we go. Typhoon, focus fire, approach. Damage mods, and then on the Raven too, focus fire, approach. So you can see there's the Praxis. Where's my Raven? Oh, there we go. Just aligning now as well. And who are they shooting? They are shooting the Praxis. Turn on the shield boost there. Okay, so we're onto the smaller stuff. So let's put the webs on. And the missile guidance computer. Yeah, you see those small stuff, they just pop, almost insta-pop. Turn the shield boosters off. You can see, I think I've probably, you can see those Concord Pass notifications coming up. Alright, so there we go, and then here's the third wave. Was it the third wave? I'm not sure. Okay, we'll hit the Maelstrom first. It's very close. Approach, stick the webs on now as well. Focus fire, approach on the Raven. And then focus fire and approach on the Praxis. Okay, where is it? There we go. So you can see that's okay, and they're focusing here. My Typhoon was closest. Look at all those missiles. Okay, I forgot to apply my extra damage mods here. Okay, and the webs will go straight on. And yeah. And and start collecting the loot again. I think that's just the second wave. Oh, and I forgot to use one of those. Oh, I should have probably saved it for the next wave. That's okay. So yeah, as I was saying, I've really enjoyed the anniversary stuff. I think they've done a pretty good job overall, the NetEase. There was a lot of fun stuff in there, a lot of nice little nice stuff. Felt it kind of rewarded the longer term players as well, as I've been. And I have, one of the other things I've started dipping my toe into is the new tutorial, which is also doling out some extra skill points, so it's worth picking those up. I only again tried the first few missions because again my priority right now is just trying to grind extra ISK so that I can upgrade the ships on my second and third account. Wasting cap there, shield booster. So yeah, the new tutorial and the PvP arena are kind of things that I will get back to and play with at some point. I'm probably going to get slaughtered when I go to the arena because everyone else has been practicing a lot more than I have. But we'll see. Maybe I jump in when the next mode comes in. I do actually need, once I've finished my large missile skill on this one and upgraded some of my drones, I think at that point I'm probably going to start training up some of my smaller ship skills again, particularly the kind of frigates and stuff, to kind of help with the arena stuff. Okay. Obviously at the moment, apart from Sunday, the arena's only open in 2-hour slots, which again, I didn't actually have the opportunity until Sunday because, again, with kids and work, every time I was planning to go into the arena, something came up. So I didn't really have the opportunity. So there we go, that's the second done. And that was 2.2 million reward after tax. And let me just check I'm not wasting shield booster or anyone. No. Okay, we'll go straight into the next one, which is communication general search. There we go. And let's see, where's the Praxis? Should be behind me, I think, or is it warped already? No, it's warped already. So we'll hit the maelstrom here. Okay, and then the same on the Raven, and then I'll work out who's shooting me. Probably the Praxis again. Yeah, they're shooting the Praxis, so again, turn his shield booster on. Again, the waves do vary who they're shooting, and again, these ships are pretty good on the cap. It's only really a problem if you get a wave that shoots the same ship for 3 consecutive waves, and then if you're running a large shield boost the whole time, then it can get a bit dicey. I forgot to put my webs on. Okay, webs on there. There you go, they're going down quick. In fact, I can turn off the shield booster on my Praxis because incoming damage has been reduced nicely. So you can see the Typhoon is always kind of out in front. It's just a little bit faster than the others. Okay. I'll always stop right at the moment because I think we were only aligning towards the battleship can. In fact, I'm going to do that again. Loot. Okay, so we got a maelstrom here again. Focus fire, it's in range. Let's approach. Who are they shooting? They're shooting there. Okay, and let's apply all the damage. collect the loot as I go. Again, I'm not stressed about loot. If it's in range, I'll pick it up. It does add up over time. Okay, I can now stick on the webs and the missile guidance computer, which just helps insta-pop all the small stuff. There we go, pop, pop, pop. Wave, Typhoon. So it looks like this is another 2.5 million, because I can only see one battleship, but maybe it's hiding off the edge of the screen. Yeah, and they've gone for the Typhoon again. Okay. Not sure when I'll get the first tick. That's when I said I'll turn the video off. We're around 30 minutes now. I hope it's soon, because this Samsung doesn't have that much memory, so I hope I don't run out of memory before this ends. Okay. They're shooting one of my other ships a little bit. I'll turn on the shield booster there. Let's approach this battleship wreck. Okay, so that one's finished. Okay, that was 2.2. So we'll jump into the fourth now. Just grab that piece of loot. Turn off the shield booster. Let's see, where's my two friends? Oh, they're over here this time. Okay, so next one, mission is Angel Cartel Hideout Investigation, Fleet Command, Warp Fleet. I think this one is a 3 million bounty. So as you can see, the individual, there goes the praxis, the individual bounty ticks for me are about, as I said, about 6 million for each pilot, so it's about 18 million. Obviously, if you're doing it solo, you don't have to split the bounty, so you're going to make more money, but you're also going to take a lot more time doing it. And then the other thing is that with 3 accounts doing this, I also don't have to keep going back and forth after every 5 minutes missions. I can do like 10 to 15 missions in the same system before I have to worry about trekking back to refresh the mission. So that makes it more efficient as well. And again, with my time, what I tend to do is I tend to go back, refresh the missions once, then go do other stuff, and then refresh again second time, just to make sure I do get those 5 missions on each account. If you do it the first time, you might only get 3 or 4. You can be unlucky and even just get 1 or 2. But if you do 2 refreshes, normally you'll get all 5. Again, not guaranteed. Don't hold me to it. But I would say 99% of the time, that's how it works. Okay, let's put the missile guidance on now. And webs. Yeah, hitting the praxis quite hard. So yeah, it's a nice ship. It's just very chunky. I mean, even the actual body of the ship is bigger than the Typhoon, and then you've got all these kind of circles and kind of sticky out arms. Okay, so you see my Concord pass is kind of max. Oh, okay, there we've had the first tick. Let me see. Okay, I'll finish off this wave. Oh, I'll finish off this thing, and then I'll kind of show that to you. I realized my bit slower because my other 2 ships for some reason are not shooting at this guy. There we go. Okay. Tempest, focus fire, approach. Yeah, I do like the look of the Praxis, but it is a bit large. Okay, let's whack on the... Okay, and again with the webs now. You normally find on these there's at least two kind of frigates that come in really close, and they just kind of almost insta-pop as soon as they switch targets, which is nice. And then onto the Hurricane is the last one. And I think there's one more wave and there's two battleships, and then I'll just show you what the loot tick was. I think this one's a bit lower because I think the timing of the tick didn't allow me to build up what I normally do. Okay, last wave, and let's go for the Typhoon. Focus fire, approach. Who are they shooting now? Don't appear to be shooting anyone. Oh yeah, they're on the Praxis. Yeah, the Praxis is on about 80% shields. So again, no worry because these things are dying pretty quick. I do have that extra Typhoon to kill because there's two battleships on this wave, but everything is sweet. Okay, there we go. You can see this poor Typhoon, look at all the poor, getting blasted. There we go. And it's got, yeah, a lot of drones on it as well. The Praxis has got 4. Again, that's probably why DPS is a bit lower on the Praxis. So that was, yeah, 3 million reward, 2.6 million after tax. I've just got to collect this while I'm doing this. So turn off the shield booster. Yeah, no, I'll leave that on the other account just because. So I'll just jump in here to my wallet. If I jump to the bounty rewards, here you can see. So that last tick was 5.6. Now again, that was probably because of when I started the tick. It wasn't a full one. You can see down here, again, these are during today, but again, I'm doing that while I'm working, so it doesn't always can have. You can see there's a 6.2 tick there, 6.3 tick there, 6.2 tick, a 6.1. So you see regularly getting over 6.2, 6.1 million per tick, and again that's equally shared across the 3 accounts. So it's about 18 and a bit million each tick. So if you're doing your 15 missions in HEC, yeah, as I said, that's around, you get normally 4 ticks to complete the 15 missions. So you're looking at around, as I said, about 80 million, just under 80 million, 75 million if you want to be conservative in terms of the pure bounties, and then about another 45 million in terms of rewards. So it's about 100 and something million per hour and a half approximately. So definitely a good way to earn ISK if you don't have the time to spend in kind of doing things in a much quicker, much longer time frame. So anyway, that's it for tonight, guys. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you found my views on the anniversary interesting. I will try and put up another video soon. I'm just trying to think about what I'm going to do next. I guess when I kind of next upgrade one of my ships, I'll do something, but who knows, might do something in between. Still thinking about it. If you have any ideas, please let me know as well. That's also good. If you have anything you want to see me do, I will try and oblige if I can. All right, thank you again. Please do like and subscribe. Take care, fly safe. Bye.